Welcome, Skeegers, to another Tuskegee Jokemen podcast show. Another flight. This is flight number 137. I'm still your host and co-pilot, Major Meldrick Yusuf Ali.
And I'm your co-host, Pap Johnson, legend.
Smoke Meldrick.
Air Marshal Kelly, the man, the murderer, the magnificent, the Moliato.
The ground control Aston Wallace.
Quincy Johnson, strong as hell.
Figure out your frame, Quincy.
Fact specialist.
What happened?
Figure out your frame. You just a head down in the bottom left corner.
Oh, my table is whack right now, so we just gotta make it do what it do. You know what I mean?
We'll be able to, I'll make sure I let your nurse know about that.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for visiting.
We don't ever do what y'all smoking on no more. What y'all smoking on?
I'm smoking on ice cream cake.
I don't even know.
Delicious.
I think the last thing I can remember that I got was
Can I promote
I can't remember. I can't even remember. It's good though. It's delicious.
Anyway.
I got only reason I know what I got because I got it from the dispensary.
I can't promote.
I got double sour OG.
Yeah, I'm smoking that pussy juice word. You know?
There you go.
Yeah, the summer scrub. That's my new name. Pussy juice word.
Yeah, we used to start every show like that, and then we just stopped.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I wonder who made that idea up. Don't know.
Not you.
I did make that idea.
Yo, what you smoking on?
Yes.
That sounds like a decent idea.
No, I came. God damn it, I did it because they do those shoes. It was on Shoe Complex when they all be like. So I was like,
Charles, can you please make it a note that we stick to the format from now on, please?
Yeah.
But I was just about to go off format because the topic that we were talking about, I didn't put on there, but we started off camera talking about Kanye having an auction. He auctioned off the shoes he was wearing during a performance in 2008 for a $1 million, and they're the most expensive shoes ever. That's crazy that a pair of shoes a rapper wore outsold a pair of shoes Michael Jordan himself wore. Like, that's crazy.
And Kanye probably bought them.
Why?
Or not, like nigga, like money is so not real right now. It could have been bought by some kid who just made, 300 million off Bitcoin and shit. He's like, I don't know what to do with money. I buy Kanye shoes. Money ain't real right now.
Okay.
So like you could a $1.8 million John is like some kid just like, I don't know. I just paid $30 million.
LeBron's car just went for like what? 4-point-something million?
5.2. But Yusuf, let's actually talk about reality and not a nigga that went to Grand Canyon once and now money ain't real.
First of all, Zion.
I went to Zion.
Way better than Grand Canyon. Way better.
Is it?
It is.
Now
Love it.
as much as I told you I'm happy for your love and all that bullshit. Now I'm upset that I found out it was Zion. I feel betrayed, brother. You take who to Zion? All right. All right. I see we are far removed from February, but I digress.
The cookout is officially open to all.
Yusuf, like this is just showing how much hip hop and rap runs in runs the world. Like
shit, nigga.
And I get, basketball shoes and all that shit, but and I'm a hoop fan, all that, but we talking about moments in time. Like a concert is that's a experience that is rare. Is rare when all this shit just go crazy. So yeah,
that's why. Would you saying the same thing I was thinking, and that's why that's crazy, is because how big rap then got, which is coincidentally today, Big Daddy Kane was on Breakfast Club, and he was talking about how he couldn't even get in the Essence in the Ebony magazine because rap wasn't as accepted. He had did a verse on a Prince song off of some soundtrack, off some Batman movie soundtrack. And he was like, the record label loved it, but he was like, the movie theater, the Warner Brother movie record label was like, no, take him off. And they was like, why? Because he a rapper. It was like, because just people didn't love rap like they love rap now. That shit, rap then came a long motherfucking way, man. That shit crazy.
Yeah, we killed that guy the
Batman song, nigga. Prince did that whole album. Whoo, fire.
Yeah, Prince ain't put that motherfucker on the song. If Prince wanted you on the song, you be on the song. Ain't no play no games. Prince, take somebody off of a Prince song, you better back the fuck up.
Like, what has happened is Billy Sorel's is having a bit of a drug issue problem. It's always a problem when you start spiraling. When it's going good, it's not a problem. But when shit starts falling, it's a problem.
You got a hand in your bum, and you don't know whose it is. You might have a problem.
So he's got this drug problem going on. He's been on the podcast that he got with the other dude and this other cat, like promoting the party life, as they say, was just a bunch of cocaine and swinging, all that shit, acting like it's the best shit in the world. Apparently during this time, he gave a co-host permission to have sex with his wife, because they swingers, whatever.
But his balls. He slapped his balls up against that meat.
And apparently, now Billy Sorel's and his wife is having issues. They separated.
I bet there's something came between them.
Yeah, something came between her.
What was he doing while he was getting pounded? Was he watching the game or something?
I don't know what happened, but so that happened. They was cool or whatever, but then once again, downward spiral. He not seeing his wife as much. These niggas be having feud and fighting with each other, him and his wife. So Delay is like the in between guy. He's like, nigga, you called me crying, and I had to talk you off the ledge, and I've had to talk her off the ledge. Like, y'all know what y'all be doing, and like, so that ain't shit. Like, I ain't never like really trying to protect your life like that.
I say, and this goes for all y'all. If you ever catch my whole relationship being torn apart because I went on Instagram Live or some shit and was telling niggas the details about my relationship, like, what the fuck are we talking about? You imagine the fucking Yusuf and Jill having Instagram Live, pay $5 to come let me tell you about what the fuck we doing off.
I listen. I want to know Yusuf's side.
If you see me going through some shit like this, just know that shit's for clicks or some shit. Like, I just needed money, and like, there's no way you want fuck out of here. This shit's weird. And then he sucked my dick.
I know he's charging $5.
Yeah, Delayed charged $20. He charged $20
on his Patreon.
For his Patreon. On his Patreon. His side of the story. I mean, it makes sense. But they've been feuding for a minute. Apparently, a bunch of niggas have been like, falling off and leaving the podcast due to Billy's actions and just, his sadness. Mm-hmm. If you saw any of the videos, he looked like he going through.
Fuck his wife. Yeah, I'm understanding.
Yeah, and so
I fuck his wife.
Billy Sorel is just running around talking about he want to fight. He won't fight Delay, and he mad that he won't fight him.
Yeah, he said, "Run me my face." That's all he wants.
He should check from his womb.
It was very fiendish the way he did his.
So let me ask you, what drugs is he on?
It's like coke,
but mushrooms and acid.
Okay. All right, and now his girlfriend wants to continue fucking his co-host.
Well, we don't know. We don't know because, I mean, but we can deduce swinging. I mean, I go by, once somebody else put their meat in your lady, man, that's not your lady. Like that's just it's just how that goes.
No, you gotta. I'm not in the swinging community, but there's rules within the swinging community. You go like, listen, this is my wife. We like you set it up. We here. This is my wife.
I hear you.
T.I. and his wife got rules.
Yeah,
they got rules.
But we all know that number one rule: rules are made to be broken.
No, that's not the number one rule.
No, Charles, that's Hyman.
Oh yeah, the Hyman. Break that motherfucker like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I guess I'm old school. I treat pussy like the championship belt. You got to be the lineal champ. To be the man, you gotta
woo.
So,
you gotta woo. Man, well, that's.
I'm just saying. Listen. If one of y'all, if I'm hearing one of y'all Instagram lives, just be like, nah, nigga, nah. You gotta understand. You gotta understand what happened. I'm my relationship. I'm gonna call you up while you on live. I'm not gonna get on the live. I'm gonna call you and be like, nigga, stop.
Hold on. Nigga, we talking, like I said, the nigga is on, he has a drug problem. Nigga, it's not he's on drug. He has a drug problem.
You don't see me on the here doing this shit.
No.
Problem.
No.
You don't. Hey man, hey, wait, Ashton, hold on, wait. You remember, Pap only considers drugs to be like drain cleaner and crystal meth. You know what I mean? Like we don't count as drugs.
Man. It's all types of drugs, but
drug problems. I expect more from y'all niggas just because people don't got drug problems.
No.
I'll be emotional.
But you don't, nigga. You had a problem, nigga. That moon rock phase was a problem, nigga. You see, there's a difference. There's a difference.
It was. Yeah, I was so emotional. I didn't know why I was emotional. But
I'm still not going to be like, if you was doing some soup, I'd be like, hey, nigga, lock it up. I don't give a fuck you on drugs.
I was crying.
Fucked up. What are you doing?
I was crying.
Aston.
I'm crying.
Okay, and that's true. Aston, you are literally sitting next to a nigga who made up a Facebook story of him getting shot.
Story, but everybody talks about the shoot. Yeah, nobody talks about the story now.
Floyd announced that him and Jake Paul is gonna fight, and
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
Logan, yeah, because then he's gonna fight the other one another day. He said he want to fight the both Pauls and probably get Conor McGregor again one more time.
He said wanted to fight both Pauls at the same time.
He could.
I would watch that at WrestleMania.
Next, he's gonna fight RuPaul.
And then Rand Paul. To bust that nigga in up, him and his neighbor. Tag team, beat the shit out of him.
I want to see him fight Chris Paul. Chris Paul act like he can fight.
Chris Paul will get knocked out like
Cliff Paul got hands though. Be careful. You don't want to catch Cliff.
Yeah, he is.
Whoa.
Hold on.
We gonna disrespect Cliff?
Hold on. You said Chris Paul got hands when I
said Cliff Paul got hands.
Nah,
Cliff.
None of them niggas got hands. I saw Ray Sean Rondo spit on that nigga for Brian. And I'll never forget.
Brian.
He had to show Brian, nigga, I'm here. I'm serious, man. Because you're afraid I will spit on this nigga.
Yeah.
For the team.
Well, that was again. I'm talking about Cliff. Cliff is a fictional character, so
that's your man. You on a boat trip?
Yeah. Oh, nigga, what a banana boat?
Hey man, anything to get a W. Anything to get a W. Who won the series, guys?
Y'all interested in this Floyd fight? Y'all gonna bet on it? Y'all gonna watch it? I know we're gonna watch it because it's free. But y'all gonna
bet on
this exhibition, right?
That's the easiest money you can bet on.
Yeah, I mean it's Floyd Mayweather.
He can't lose.
Anything can happen.
He can't
You
lose.
know, wait, Aston. You know what's great? You say that, but every white dude I've talked to have said there's a chance he could. This is gonna be the easiest money Vegas has ever made.
There literally is a chance. I mean, he's in the ring.
But you gotta understand, white dudes are so focused on the fact that it's like Floyd's old and Logan's been training. He's bigger. Floyd's gonna fight him. It's like, dude,
you won't be able to see them, man.
Bet on Logan, please. Bet on Logan.
Hey,
white
when
guys.
he says the white people, he's talking about the niggas in his house.
No.
Twitter shit always come back up on Twitter. So old shit came back up about Karl Malone being a 20-year-old father to a 13-year-old. And it just gives you more reason to hate Karl Malone, to just remind you, oh yeah, he did have a baby with a 13-year-old. Oh yeah, that's right. I never seen nobody say Karl Malone was their favorite player or the Jazz was their favorite team. How about y'all?
No, I never liked
niggas from Utah.
He a whole ass nigga for real.
He is. He's real good.
Yeah, he is.
He's
really good.
Strong.
He's really good. He's really good. That's how he's so good. You forgot he raped a 13-year-old. That's how good he is.
Well,
I need to look it up.
I don't think we forgot. We that nigga is hella big. Like I don't care what you say. Like who gonna confront him? Who is going to confront him?
What did Moses Malone say?
You can't mess with a black dude that wear cowboy boots.
Go ahead. I'll use it.
Especially if he's 6'9", 260.
Yeah. You know he got 18 wheelers for fun. Like that's truck drivers and scummy people all top. So
have a seat.
He got an 18-wheeler as a commuter car.
Karl Malone having a seat. It says right here he wanted the blanker and a blank. What the fuck? He's 13. Oh my god. Oh. How the fuck he make the playoffs? How the Karl Malone make the playoffs? Woo! He scored all them damn points.
He the mailman, dog. He delivers.
Is they married now?
I don't know.
Who?
Honorable man.
No, we don't claim that. We don't claim that child because I think she went to.
Especially if it's that boy, yeah.
He went to the NFL. He played in the NFL.
Nigga, what? This is amazing.
What you mean, Charles? I got Karl Malone's genes in me.
He's a offensive lineman in the NFL.
This got to be a Lifetime movie.
You know who else?
Tyler Perry got to direct this.
Tyler Perry needs this one, boy.
You know what is that Shaq's real father never claimed him and LeBron's real father. And then these guys turned out to be Shaq and LeBron. Like, that's crazy, man. How do their real fathers must feel? Like, that's crazy, man.
Well, never claimed me, but I've heard that to be done.
Nah, well, the thing about it is, I heard someone
Iverson too. Iverson's father.
A dude was like, "You are who I am. You are who you are because I wasn't around. Because you were doing everything to despite me. So I made you great.
You would have had that rage in you, that hate. I made you great.
You know how good you gotta be to play catch with yourself. You gotta be an athlete.
Yeah.
I used to play catch with myself all the time too. That's why I know I was pretty good. I could throw that bitch up far and run fast as fuck and catch that bitch my damn self.
I left the family for you.
Yeah, Joe Jackson. Thank you, Joe Jackson.
Good father takes you to the top.
Yeah, you just realized he just turned a fun memory into a painful memory. I thought I was having a ball out there playing catch with myself. I didn't know it's because my father was in the house not giving a fuck about what I was doing. Confirmed that Babe Ruth was black this week.
Of course.
We don't want it.
Nigga, he leave Baltimore, nigga. From Baltimore, down the street from my grandmother.
Quincy was like, "What's the wrongest opinion to pick real quick? We don't want it."
Babe
He
Ruth,
was-
best
We got Hank
black.
in. We don't want Babe Ruth. We got Hank. We don't want that. we
No,
don't want that stain.
No,
Those-
there's so many different. That's Ty Cobb wouldn't even play with him because he wouldn't share a room with him because he thought he was black.
Yeah, I wrote down the black facts. The Ty Cobb was one. He gave Bumpy Johnson a Cartier watch one time on some friendship shit. What else? He played in Negro League games for fun sometimes.
And got dominated.
Yeah, he probably wasn't good.
They called him Babe Ruth.
And he used to hang out at the Cotton Club. He used to go to the Cotton Club in Harlem.
That picture that they
everybody went to the Cotton Club, man.
Did they ever go to Ray's Boom Boom Room though? Was he at Ray's Boom Boom Room?
Although you went to Ray's.
But here's the thing. The funniest thing about that picture that's been circulating, you look at Babe Ruth, and he's with all those black guys. Like, dang, Babe looks rough, and then you're like, oh, Babe was 23 years old in the picture.
Yeah.
How do old people look so old when they're young, man? That's crazy.
Babe was like 24, man. Like he drank and smoked like it was his job.
Well, I mean, if you have to live your life as an undercover white man, I think you would.
A little stressful. It's a little stressful.
That is.
Hey, why you going to Popeyes?
As Pap always told me, racism will age a man.
Yeah, they need to do that Babe Ruth story. The nigga Babe Ruth. These goddamn motherfuckers.
I wonder how Babe Ruth would feel about this being told now that he was black. Like he'd be like, "Yo, shut the fuck up, nigga."
I made it all the way through.
Yeah,
they gonna edit all my shit. They gonna cancel all. They gonna black all my shit out. They gonna redact all my shit. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
I'm a bigger candy.
They used to talk about his nose. They used to talk about his nose and his lips.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at pictures of him. He's definitely at least Puerto Rican.
Babe.
Bruh, that would start. That would literally start this civil war. The white people would not be able to take that. Like,
I mean, it's
black guy.
Dude, it's easy to find out. They have his jerseys. They can pull his DNA. They can track it.
We can look at him. I'm looking at this nigga.
I just look at him.
This nigga look like my nephew George.
Yeah.
Biden was talking today about finally this George Floyd thing, this police reform act shit. So from what I understand, it's gonna hold them more accountable for this kind of shit. So maybe he said they're gonna do it in May, something he said. So it's like maybe they just trying to hurry up and get all their shootings out before this bill passed.
Somewhere else, using another number, like people are gonna come to your house instead of the police when you call.
Yeah,
they're gonna do a lot of programs like that.
Right? Yeah, it shouldn't. And like someone said, it shouldn't even run through the police.
There shouldn't be a gun person. That should be the last line of defense. Be like
you go to these people, and I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't even want to just call it something else. Just do it to make people feel better. Stop calling the police. Just dismantle the whole thing. Take a bunch of niggas. but right now, if you I need them to fire 25% of the police force, right? Like top down. Like I need them to be like, listen, we know these 25% over here is definitely into some shit. We know they in the gang, and the answer to it is like, oh, but if we did that, all of them will quit. And I was, well, nigga, that's the problem.
Right?
If we know the corruption is that deep in it, then how the fuck am I gonna fuck with it at all until I see like a real reckoning?
Nigga, I don't. Y'all living in a movie world, man. Have y'all ever seen that? I watch the Mission Impossibles, man. You ever seen
If
Rogue
you
Nation?
young movie world, I watch Mission Impossible. It's the best sentence.
Yo, like most of the movies, Rogue Nation, he going against the agency, but the agency can't catch him because he the best. So guess what? If he kicked out the 25%, these the best killers we got. We don't stand a chance, my nigga. That's what they try to tell you. We don't stand. I don't know how to work no bazooka. This nigga go Call of Duty me. He go Call of Duty us so fast.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. So if just hopefully this shit pass and change a little bit, but right now they don't give a fuck. They fucking
fuck. Like it literally needs to be. And here's the thing: they beat us all into submission already. They gave us this one George Floyd conviction, and then they just gonna fuck off and beat the shit out of us. Everybody tired. Everybody been protesting for a year already. You don't got time for it. They killed 4 or 5 people the last 2 weeks. We don't got time for it. Everybody tired. So it's just gonna keep like this.
It's the same amount of people they've been killing. This isn't new. Like you say niggas is tired and it's the same shit.
So you know what we gotta do. We sitting here talking about it. We sitting here, bouncing around the situation. We know what the fuck is going on. They trying to exterminate us. All right? Exterminate the brutes. Yeah. So we'll sit around and let this happen. We better get it together. Know what I'm talking about? We ain't gonna storm the Capitol. We're gonna storm like the DMV or something. some cash.
Some tag. Everybody get tagged, nigga. We out here.
Hey, man. This is everybody to city council.
Registration this year.
Going to the city council.
Houston, come on down. We got your registration.
We got chambers of commerce. We're coming in. We're storming in. No, what we really should do is write letters. We should really, yes.
Write letters.
Shit I saw on the meme, but it kind of sparked a pretty good conversation with my cousins. I was like, maybe I asked them on the podcast. The meme said, if you could take a blue pill or a red pill, and the blue pill you have everything you know now, but you go back to 10 years old, or the red pill have you just shoot to 50 years old, but you got $100 million. Which one would you take?
10 years with
10 years old with the knowledge.
50 years and 100 million, that's probably broke.
Nigga, I would immediately put it on Bitcoin. I'd be like, Mama.
No. You go to 50 years old. Not 50 years.
$1 million
No, you're
like
50
nothing.
years old. Not taking 50 years.
Hold on.
Yeah, you go to 50 years old.
Yeah, you're 50 years
million
old.
in the bank.
You're 50 with 100 million. 100 million?
Yeah, you can either be 50 with 100 million in the bank or go back to 10 years old with everything you know now.
Yeah, 10 years.
I don't know. Are you gonna get 100 million? Are you gonna?
Yeah.
That's the question. See? That's what I was telling my cousin. Like,
no, but he's not saying 10 years from 10. Not what you know, like you're going into the past. You 10 now. You're 10 years now. But you know everything you
know what you know now, but you go back to being a 10-year-old. So you gotta live life over, but you know what you know now.
I get to go back.
I'm gonna be a billionaire.
I'm gonna be a billionaire.
Yeah.
Multi-billionaire.
I put it on.
That's what I said too. But then I was thinking, say you do know about Google, right? Imagine being a 10-year-old and saying, "Hey, look, y'all, trust me. This shit is gonna make everybody rich. It's called the internet. I know. Listen, invest with me. Trust me. Ain't nobody gonna buy that shit."
I'm keeping quiet and going to my stockbroker. Where is my stockbroker? Eddie. Don't say nothing. Put it all on the house. I'm stealing.
Bitcoin, Google, all that.
I'm stealing from people, just gathering cash. Just to put it to my stockbroker.
10 years old. 10 years old.
I'm gonna take that sexual assault case.
But none of this shit exists yet. So who gonna put stock into something that don't exist?
You just put. You
As
just
soon as
wait.
it
It starts existing. You put it
Hey.
You take it.
Hey, Yusuf, all stocks are imaginary, my nigga. Like, let's.
It's
I'm gonna
1994.
Look, I'm gonna go back till I'm 10 years old. Google don't even come around for another 10 years. I'm gonna stack my allowance.
I'm gonna collect all these toys. I'm gonna save them.
As soon as Google go public, I'm like, Mom, Dad,
Everything.
Got the house.
$120.
Every.
House. We rich as shit. Let's go.
$100 million.
Let's go smack the neighbor. I be in school like a dickhead. Just like, you want to learn this? I ain't learning shit.
Ridiculous.
Bitch, broke motherfucker.
Because they swear people was listening to them when they was 10 years old. How ridiculous.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what me and my cousin was saying. Like, we ain't going as deep as you gonna wait 10 years in the future. I'm talking about right then. You just 10 years old, knowing what you know now. That's the question. Not all that other shit.
Nigga, you know what my allowance was at 10 years old? Nigga, it was eating dinner, nigga. That was your allowance.
94 was a rough year for me.
Like I said, I'm from deep East Oakland, man. I am not going back to 10 years old, man. There's a lot of hating ass niggas. All I gotta do is make one investment. Take my mom out to one second. Niggas hating. Oh, nigga, get that.
Did we all watch Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Did we enjoy it? I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
All right. So we're on the same page. What was your favorite part?
I don't think we're all on the same page.
I didn't like it.
I will say it's I will say it's a fair movie, but it's like they should have had some niggas on there that played Mortal Kombat, I think.
And listen, I know I don't want to hear the shit. I know the answer is gonna come after this, but anytime they have a movie where they pit the blonde hair, blue-eyed lady against the devilish black lady with her face open up, she a demon.
That's what
white
you
lady
said.
versus.
That's what you
What are you talking? Like,
It's racist ass shit.
I can't.
And then he had to come save her, and he like lift the thing off of her to say, and he's like, how come these white motherfuckers on these movies always gotta get saved?
I could. Like, and the whole thing wasn't that good to begin with. But when I know they putting that on me too, I thought King Kong versus Godzilla was way better.
I wouldn't say that, but I definitely thought they could have did more. I thought it was a little weak.
King Kong versus Godzilla?
No, I thought Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, yeah, this week.
I fell asleep on King Kong.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was by far the best Mortal Kombat out of the three.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I turned out there's two shows on HBOmax. Very tragic. But the Mortal Kombat
I saw that.
Yeah, I thought the Mortal Kombat was cool because it was like they had jokes in there and shit, and it was like it kept the flow going. Like, okay, some shit is happening. It was a Mortal Kombat that I hadn't seen. I get it. I was talking about Jack's fucking in his white lady, but once again, this is an American movie. This is Mortal Kombat. If niggas want to be the main characters and get saved and save each other and whatnot, then niggas gotta write these movies. Or if I'm a white lady, yes, that big black nigga better save me. There's no other reason for him to be in the movie.
He's a big black nigga.
Oh shit! And when we did that, I was like, I told y'all, like, they just needed a reason for his arms to get big. And they're like, well, why he had to use them on her?
That's what I didn't understand.
Yeah.
You know why?
Hey,
but else got big.
Hey, but when they showed the first time they showed old girl and they showed her from the back, Cheech was like, oh, she big.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Melina.
Oh yeah, Melina.
You know her name. Yeah, that's how thick she was. You learned.
That's what Jill said too. Jill said she got a nice body.
Let me look this old wide mouth beast up.
But I like how they set it up for the sequel. You know, there's gonna be way more characters on the sequel. And the Scorpion
set up for 4 sequels.
The Sub-Zero and Scorpion fight was fucking amazing, man. He did the Shadow Ice movie. That shit was dope, man. I highly and thoroughly enjoyed that part. That part was dope.
He didn't freeze nobody. He ain't take nobody's head off.
He froze him halfway, and then he burned that shit and got out that shit. That shit was dope.
He didn't give him the
But
he was touching.
Charles, do you realize that you ain't seen Mortal Kombat actually in damn near 15 years? So you ain't realized that they've been making games like this. Sub-Zero is different now.
Okay.
Yeah, he only does the half freeze when it's against an opponent. You know what I mean? Like,
yo, when that nigga beat the dog shit out of John Bones Jones and froze that nigga arms off.
You mean Greg Edwards?
Oh.
And then when that nigga hit, I was like, why you have to hit that ledge on the way down? That was so unnecessary.
That was perfect.
And when Lil Kung Lao fucked up that flying girl and split her.
And I was like,
that was dope.
They found ways to like put the fatalities in there.
I like that.
Into the fight, yeah. It was great fight. It's a comic book movie. It was great fight choreography. But what more do you want from a video game movie? Excuse me, video game movie.
I think that the fatalities were kind of rushed, and I think they should have been more focused and emphasized on instead of just randomly taking Reptile's heart out. That's it. So I want put some action.
That's Kano's movie.
Yeah, I should have set up for it. Let me know what's coming. It just came out. I just didn't like that.
I was disappointed with when Jax did the whole smash the nigga head shit because they was on the bridge. I was like, I'm telling you, I was like, he gonna knock this nigga into the spike. He gonna uppercut him into the spike. Uppercut to the spike. And he was like, I was like, all right, that was a waste of that level, nigga.
They probably gonna go back to that board. They know people fuck with the pit.
It's done right now.
Yeah. You got to give it everything you got, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, he could have clapped him and punched him over the thing.
Scorpion didn't take his fucking mask off. That's how
he did. He pulled it down.
Yeah, but I want to motherfucker over your head and reveal your skull from Satan and burn this motherfucker down. That's what I want personally as a fan. But I dig the whole.
Yeah. And I was disappointed about the dragon. Luke Cage dragon.
The dragon was cool. I think it came out of nowhere a little bit.
I don't want to see
again, but that was cool.
I don't see no mystical.
Yeah, give me a real
dragon. I want real dragons. Scales.
Real dragons. What you talking about?
More for two motherfucking dragons. Scales, nigga. I want the Dragon Ball.
Komodo dragon.
I got Shang Tsung do the soul thing. I just hate that it happened to Kung Lao.
Out of nowhere. Bring over here, buddy. I'm taking your soul.
But Yusuf, if you've read Save the Cat, that movie followed all the beats that they talking about. And at a certain point in time, somebody from the group gotta die in order for everybody to
motivate.
Yeah. So it just happened.
You gotta have a montage.
I thought he was I thought the Kung was kind of weak. I was like, this nigga was as fit as Charles Kelly. Like, this nigga looked like he ate cookies all the time. But
shit, that's how I know he was focused and he could fly like that. That was my favorite character. I'm glad you said he resembled me because he had such a flair about himself that I definitely enjoyed.
But I did
overall 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5 stars.
4.5.
No.
4.5.
What do you nigga? That's like Forrest Gump. Yeah, that's a Forrest Gump movie. You just fucking.
I'm talking about for what it is.
Y'all rate y'all shit then. Y'all give it y'all.
I'm not comparing it to nothing else. I'm comparing it to itself or the last Mortal Kombat. So 4 out of 5.
That's so high. It's like Fast and Furious 1.
Fast 1 is terrible, bro.
I was expecting a 5-star.
Hold on, before we go any further. Fast and Furious 1 is a classic. A classic.
This is no. You would not say the word classic with a Fast and Furious movie.
On the first one,
Whoa.
more.
There are no classics in that franchise. They are all just action, turn your brain off for 2 hours nonsense that you love. That's what it's supposed to be.
Remember who's talking.
Okay. So you gonna sit here and complain about the story and pacing of a Mortal Kombat movie, but tell me that a Fast and Furious is a classic?
Yes.
Because the story of a Fast and Furious movie is so gripping. The niggas gotta drive fast and or furious to win.
And they do it flawlessly. They do it flawlessly. When you see a nigga drive a car into a helicopter, and then he snatched the Gatling gun off that motherfucker, and he starts shooting another motherfucking helicopter, nigga, that's flawless. That's flawless.
What part was that where they would jump in the cars from like one building to the next building to the next building?
That's 6, that's 8, that's 8. That's 8.
That's
Before
7? All that, the Honda 2000. Before any of that shit happened, it was just them and fucking Brian in the garage with the Supra.
What's y'all picks this week for Netflix and Smoke?
I actually went and watched them. I liked it. It's fucked up. It's too much. It fucked up my head, and I shouldn't have been watching it. It's a lot. But I like some of the shit. I was like, oh, like they doing too much. This is all extra. And then you look the shit up, and it's all based off real shit. So the John's mostly based off of when Nat King Cole moved to Larchmont Village and how they treated him when he first moved into town. So a lot of it is based off of that. Yeah, so I thought that. Yeah, it was like a family in Palmdale, and Nat King Cole is who they took most of the stories from. So I like looked at that shit, and that was kind of cool. They formed this whole commission to get Nat King Cole out of his crib, and then eventually they just liked him and started like being like, "Oh, Nat King Cole's my neighbor."
Man,
good.
Oh.
But they made all the black. They made like watching this shit. It's good. They do everything wrong in the show. You just like, I wouldn't want this lady to be my neighbor either. When you watch, she ain't wave to nobody when she get there, and you like, try.
What?
That sounds great.
Oh man, there you go at the Grand Cade again with the.
You got listen.
Back in Zion.
If you go into the space, you gotta be like, hey. Walk in like, hey, what's up?
Announce yourself, yeah.
If I go into the space, nigga, you greet me. You're supposed to give me a warm greeting. Don't you fucking give me the dead eye. Don't you look at me all tilted. Bitch, I know what you're thinking. If you want beef, bitch, we gonna bring it to your front door then.
Look, somebody coming in your neighborhood. Are you going, hey brother, welcome in? Like you like, who are you?
Okay, George Zimmerman. Okay, fucking.
Wow,
that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. You researched it.
All you gotta do is you gotta give him a chance. You're like, hey.
Nigga, I'm Nat King Cole. Nigga, you better fucking throw roses at my car.
All right, what's y'all picks? What's everybody else picks?
Well, my pick, I'm glad you asked, is Hard Lessons with Denzel Washington. George McKenna comes to a fear-defining moment when he accepts a job as a principal of a tough.
I was watching this nigga look this shit up. I'm gonna start reading.
Los Angeles City.
This cold read is terrible.
Facing an empathetic student body and an indifferent teachers and parents. McKenna, with help from dedicated educators, Bobby.
6 out of 10 stars. 54%.
It's really good. It's Denzel Washington at his purest. You see his acting at his grace, and you see his motivation stilled openly. I was intrigued. I was vibrant. I wanted to go back to school and maybe make a difference.
And we know that you wanted to go back to school, Charles. Come on.
I mean, to make a difference, what he did. There was one scene in the movie. I hate to be frank, but he saw that there was some gang graffiti at a young lady's bench or whatever. What is it called? Her fence. And he went over there and he painted that fence. And he said, "I don't give a goddamn if I gotta paint the fence every day. I'll do it."
Okay.
And what about you, Quincy? You got a pick?
Shadow and Bone on Netflix. It's Avatar: The Airbender meets Hunger Games. I fucks with it. Watched it with the lady. We got to binge it. It's 8 episodes. It's sweet. That's it. A little fantasy shit.
Flying Lotus's anime junk came out today too.
Oh yeah, Yosake.
Yeah.
Oh, the Black Samurai.
Black Samurai, yeah, Black Samurai anime. So support that Fly Low album. The soundtrack is available for download.
And then on Netflix?
Yeah.
It's on Netflix, yeah.
I might watch it.
Oh, and Michael B. Jordan's new movie, his Tom Clancy movie comes out, and you got to watch it to see how many words they let him say in the script. I say under 50.
I mean, it's Tom Clancy, so I mean, it should be.
It's gonna be violent. Yeah, it's gonna be violent. Yeah.
Where's Tom Clancy from?
It's a video game.
Connecticut or some shit.
Tom Clancy been getting money. That nigga been making them fucking espionage video games and books and all that.
Man, Rainbow Six was the biggest video game on Xbox for like, you know what I'm saying, a good 10 years.
Where Tom Clancy get money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I told you all the great people come from Maryland. All the great black people.
My pick is gonna be Black Lady Sketch Show. Season 2's episode 1 just dropped, so I ran back season 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good. I'm kind of sad though, cause season 2 Quinta's not there, and after watching season 1, like Quinta is hilarious in that shit, cause she's actually a tiny nigga. That's like everything she do on that show is real niggified, and like.
So what happened to her? Can we ask?
I'm sure
what happened to her?
She got her own show.
Yeah.
She got a pilot picked up, so she's working on that.
So we won't be able to see her anymore?
No, you'll see her on her show. They got picked up.
She got engaged?
Okay. So yeah, Black Lady Sketch Show.
Yeah, used to.
I watched that actually, and I tried to give it a fair shake, and I couldn't. It just didn't make me laugh. Like I thought it was gonna make me laugh, and I didn't.
It had like 2 good. There were like 2 that got me, but for the most part,
I thought it was great.
Some of the shit that the super woke lady said in the first sketch was kind of funny.
Yeah. I love this.
I watched the whole thing. I supported them. And also,
couldn't get like that.
I won't watch it. I refuse to watch anyone
But
do
my pick, I got 2 picks of mid-90s. That Jonah Hill movie, mid-90s on Hulu. About it's pretty good. Little dude that want to be down with the skaters, and his like it go bad for him. Soon as he start hanging with them, it just kind of go all downhill for him. Maybe I don't know. It's pretty good, mid-90s. And then Generation Hustle on HBO. It's these documentaries about all these kids getting money in various ways. A lot of it is scams. Some of it just little hustles. Like this one dude, he was getting money, being basically like the Puffy of his neighborhood. He would throw all these parties, and then he started borrowing money then he started putting it into different concerts that he couldn't. He started cheating his investors, and I don't know, it get good. And then you got the little TJX6 talk about all his scam raps. So it's called Generation Hustle. They are like 45. I think they about an hour long, every one of them. Like 5.
That's a lot of scamming.
That's it. Little TJ, motherfucker. He said he signed his contract with a fake name. He like, I'm scamming a record label now. That's not my real name on the contract.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. Scam to the gram. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
No, not at all.
Sometimes I thought The Rock
All right, well, that's our show. Flight number 137. Wheels down, trays up.